So, ladies and gentlemen, we found him. Yes, the internet did its job and found the guy who went into a women's locker room at Gold's Gym and decided to call Tish Hyman a B word, as well as talk about his genitalia to her. So we found him, and the information should be no surprise to anybody. But first, the whole news story has gone completely viral. Everyone's picked it up, trying to reach out to Tish to talk to her, to get her on their podcasts. And I think it's a great idea because the story needs to be out everywhere in the public, spoken about, because it proves a very, very important point that, ladies and gentlemen, white men are back on top. And it's all because of 4 little words. All they have to say is, I am a woman. As well as exposing Gold's Gym for being the misogynistic pieces of garbage that they are. Willing to throw a black lesbian under the bus for a cross-dressing white guy. No, the guy's not trans, ladies and gentlemen. He's just a cross-dresser. He's just a jerk, and he's got a few things on his record, I should say. So I want to start here with this video because of this news story going viral. People are starting to cancel their Gold's Gym memberships. So we'll do this one first.
Hey guys, Erin Elizabeth, Health Nut News. I was just going to Gold's Gym to work out when I saw the story about this woman being banned or kicked out of Gold's Gym for being upset because she was naked and had a man staring at her in the locker room. And she said, sir, what are you doing? And Gold's kicked her out, even though he swore at her and verbally abused her and was staring at her naked, because Gold's always sides with these men who like to pretend to dress up like girls and go into our restrooms. The Beverly Center, where the Gold's is located, was my old gym when I lived in LA a decade before I got smart and moved to Florida. Now Gold's is my gym here. I will be canceling today. I may be in their live recording. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I want to let you know immediately that I will not stand for some disgusting place like that bans the woman, the poor woman who's naked in the shower and has some guy, totally staring her down, looking at her, watching her. She said he looked like a guy, but because Gold's allows these men to go in there and say, oh, I identify as a woman, this shit is going on and it's going to stop. And I would like you to boycott Gold's Gym with me. And I would like to encourage all of you, if you would like to join me in a boycott against Gold's. It's easy. You probably have to go in. I'm going to find out here in a minute. Cancel your membership and you can join another gym. Not Planet Fitness or Shitness, as I call them, because they've done the same thing. They banned a woman in Alaska for a similar story. But you can find good local gyms that support actual women and don't let men go in there. And also there's a man arrested, similar circumstance at Planet Fitness, for what he was doing to himself while watching women peeping in there, which is allowed, I guess. I mean, they not that part isn't allowed, but men that pretend to be women are allowed. And then those kind of things happen. So Planet Fitness, Gold's, please, would you join me in boycotting these today and join another gym that does not stand for this kind of crap and actually cares about women?
Sorry if the audio sucked on that video. It's because I had to pull the music behind it out of the video. That usually messes up the audio on the video. But like I said, the story's going viral. People are canceling their gym memberships because, they're prioritizing men over biological women in women's spaces. Women no longer have a safe space where they can feel comfortable to change and shower. No, because now any man, and I do mean any man who just says, I am a woman, can go into the ladies' locker room and be a complete pervert and do illegal things. And then they can get away with it, and they're protected by law. And I think this is atrocious. So Jennifer Say over here says, this is him, the guy who called Listen to Tish a bitch in the women's locker room at Gold's Gym. Really upstanding fellow, California. This is who self-ID lets in women's spaces. Absolutely. Look at this. Hey, trans community, this is your guy. This is who you support and who you push for rights for. This is your fella. Yeah, failed to comply, offense, sentence length, 3 years, drug trafficking. Probably for marijuana, but we don't know, do we? Not yet. So he's got a record, 32. Definitely trans, right, everybody? Yeah, definitely trans. Then she says, Jennifer Say says, so much for intersectionality and DEI. White guys pretending to be women trump black lesbians. Yep, it's true. Everyone said it was going to get to this point. Everyone said eventually these guys aren't even going to need to look passing at all. All they have to do is say the 4 little words, and they have access to any women's space they want, and they're protected by law. And I think that's absolutely insane. It's freaking crazy. Nuts. Anyway, Women Are Real posted on X and said in 2005, Arnold Schwarzenegger signed a bill allowing any man to enter a woman's locker room in California. He didn't know. Lawmakers didn't know. The public definitely didn't know. It's time to make it right. Arnold, stand with Tish and help restore women's safe space. Going to play a little bit of her video here. It's only 20 seconds long.
I'm not telling anybody to be Republican or Democrat or anything because I'm neither. I'm just a woman who's standing up for women's rights. And I don't give a fuck what you are. If you're a Republican, a Democrat, I don't care if you support Trump or Kamala. I don't give a fuck. All I need is people to come together for one thing. It's to help women, to save women. Women! Women!
That definitely reminds me of Bridget Fetisi, that's for sure. Because we need to stand up for women, and we are not. We're trampling on women who feel uncomfortable with men in their spaces for the creepy men in their spaces. All in the name of diversity and inclusion. You're pushing out a black woman for a white guy? That's not diversity and inclusion. That's doing what y'all claim the right is doing. You're doing the same shit you're saying they're doing. You're doing it. You fucking nuts. Oh, I expect nothing less of them. They are absolutely nuts. So Joey Swole, yeah, you know him, calls out people who are acting a fool in gyms, and he puts them on blast on TikTok and wherever else he is. Anyway, he said, good for you standing up for yourself and women all over that feel the same. I will DM you and happily help you find a new gym and pay for it. I know a lot of great gyms here in LA and SoCal that would love to have you. Good. That's the kind of thing we need from men. We need them to stand up for us because physically we're not going to be able to handle guys on our own. We need dudes to get in their face and say, enough. Stop this. This is insane. Anyway, here's a picture of the dude who goes by the name, ready? Alexis Black. Yeah, not only appropriating transness, but appropriating the black community by calling it last name Black. Like, are you serious right now? What's his actual last name? His actual last name, okay, his real name is Grant Freeman, but he appropriated blackness by putting his last name Black. Not only is he appropriating, oh my God, it's just insane. It's just insane. He couldn't paint his face and body black, so he decided to just take the word and put it as his last name to give more diversity points to him and his presence. So Gold's Gym kicked out a real woman for complaining that this dude was in the women's locker room. This pic is old, but a little weight gain and jewelry doesn't give him the right to invade women's spaces, pushing women to protect men. We are living in an upside-down world. I remember saying not too long ago that the left would go so far left that they would meet the right on the far right side. And I wasn't wrong. These people are so progressive that they ended up being the exact kind of people that they hate, but they can't even see it because they're so brainwashed and mind-melded and retarded that they can't see that they're exactly like the people that they hate, and they're pushing the kind of things that people that they hate push. Anyway, Kristen Meg said, we're supposed to believe this is a woman? According to the progressives and the trans activists, yeah, apparently this white fella right here is all woman. Perfect. Beautiful. Siebes MAGA USA Trump says his name is Grant Freeman. He has a criminal record too. Hashtag exposed this douche waffle. So that's him. Yep, with his one heart. That's him. And that was him at the gym. About to stroll his white ass into the women's locker room. Here, let's look at some more. Andy No. That's what Andy No said. I have identified the trans person that Tish Hyman confronted for using the women's locker room at EOS Fit Gym at Beverly Hills in Los Angeles. The man's name is Grant Kyle Freeman. He uses the trans name Alexis. Alexis is definitely a name that's been used by men saying they're trans. I've been noticing that. It's like one of those tag names, like trans men use the name Parker. So he says Miss Hyman was banned from the gym for not tolerating the man in the woman's changing area. Well, what do you expect? This is the freaking tomfoolery that we are living in right now. The clown world. So another woman said, man pretending to be a woman who invaded the Gold's women's gym locker room at the Beverly Center in Los Angeles and got a black woman kicked out of the club for confronting him is identified as Grant Kyle Freeman. Born in February of 1993, the female victim confirms it's him. Look at these photos here. Yeah, wonderful, right? This is so trans. See, what we're seeing here is a sick and twisted, deranged, predatory male who is nothing more than a cross-dressing Ed Gein figure. That's him. There is nothing trans about him, but I'm sure the trans activists will accept him and his creepiness with open arms because that is what the trans community has turned into, a bunch of LARPing men pretending to be women, cosplaying as biological females, and acting a fool and getting away with it, and acting like creeps and doing illegal things and getting away with it because, hey, trans is the get out of jail free card and get away with any creepy shit you want to free card. This is him, personal trainer. I would love to know who this fool is personally training. I hope it's not a woman. I hope there are no women who are giving this guy money so he can pervily creep on them, because you know that's exactly what he's doing. Here's another one. Meet Greg Freeman, a man pretending to be a woman named Alexis Freeman. Nope, he changed his name to Alexis Black. Anyway, which happens to be his ex-wife's name. Oh, interesting. Oh, and he has a criminal record. A few men did stick up for her. However, she's the one whose membership was terminated. So we got him here, failure to comply, drug trafficking. We have his mugshot again, as we've seen before. We saw that photo. And then we have case number, court, domestic relations. Termination without children, POV, F taxes and costs. Unavailable. Total costs, blah, blah, blah. So what we're seeing here is the guy has a record. The guy has been married. The guy's just an absolute freak. He's a nut job. And this is the kind of men, good old white guy with a criminal record who the trans activists and the Democrats accept with open arms and love and want to push into the women's locker room proudly while crapping on black lesbians. I can't say that enough because it is so mind-blowing that I have to keep repeating it to myself. Anyway, as we can see, Mr. Freeman changed his last name to Alexis Black. Look at that. Beautiful, strong woman, high priestess, healing LA. Yes, nothing says woman like this guy. I made 3 posts. The body knows. The body knows what? That you're a dude? Yeah, they certainly do. Somatic coach, courtesian priestess. I mean, the guy's an absolute freaking wackadoodle-doo. When softness becomes safe with a little kissy emoji. DM for sessions. What kind of sessions, sir? You mean the peeping Tom creep sessions that's going to get your ass arrested again? Public indecency. What are we doing? Peeping tomfoolery here? Yeah, he is a dipshit deluxe of the highest order. And women shouldn't be standing for this. And the women that do, I say, I hate you with the passion of 1,000 fiery suns. And I hope karma is real because you deserve every second of it for throwing biological women under the bus, especially since most women have been sexually assaulted or even R-worded. These women don't want these men in their spaces. They feel very uncomfortable. They're re-traumatized, and you are crapping all over them so you can push this white guy into their spaces and re-traumatize them again. I think you're an absolutely horrible human being. Like and subscribe, everybody. Join our memberships to keep this channel going, and keep reposting this stuff. Call this guy out. I stand with you, women. I stand with you, and I do not stand for these crazy people. And we need to shun them in society and shame them. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next one. See ya. Bye.